So just observe, in the last session we covered about throw keyword, right? In the last session we covered about throw. Now in this session, let me talk about throws keyword, the most valuable concept. Let me talk about throws keyword. Okay, last session whatever we discussed about throw, now in this part what we have to discuss is what throws keyword, right? Sir, can you tell what is the difference between throw and throws? So make sure you people should aware. So maybe a chance to ask in the entire room, what is the difference between throw and throws? Okay, don't tell. So what the difference between throw and throws means? Yes is the difference. So related to that, yes, there is a big difference is there. Okay, that one I will discuss. At last I will summarize the difference between throw and throws. First you should aware what is the purpose of throws keyword, right? So this is the very easy, because you are very familiar with the checked exception, unchecked exception, right? So that terminology will come into the picture here. That's why just observe this one. I'm taking a simple example, class test, public static void main method, string array args, public static void main string array args. Now I'm taking print writer pw is equal to new print writer of pw is equal to new print writer of abc.txt. print writer pw is equal to new print writer of abc.txt. pw.println of hello like this I'm taking. Hello like this I'm taking. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or invalid? If I can ask, compiler, can you please compile this code? Okay, here print writer is available in which package? IO package. Let me write import statement also for that. Otherwise you may feel because import is not there, that's why the code won't compile like. Even I wrote import also. Now can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Now, in the last session same example we covered. If I will ask, compiler, can you please compile? Can you please compile like this? If I can ask, then immediately compiler is going to tell, Durga, I can't compile. Array, what is the problem? So you are trying to write hello to abc.txt. At runtime, abc.txt file may not available. At runtime, if abc.txt file may not available, then how we can? Are you getting? So there may be a chance of file not found exception, which is the checked exception. Okay, boss. If a file not found exception occurs, how you can handle? Let me know. Then only I can compile. Are you getting? In our program, if there is any chance of rising checked exception, so compulsory we should handle either by try catch or by throws keyword. If we are not handling, the code won't compile. Immediately compile time method we are going to get saying unreported exception java.io.file not found exception, java.io.file not found exception. Okay, must be caught or declared to be thrown. Must be caught or declared to be thrown is nothing but like compile time method by default we are going to get, right? Are you getting the point, right? Okay, this sir, here in our program, if there is any chance of rising checked exception, but file not found exception, there is a possibility to rise. It doesn't mean file not found exception occurs. Okay, there may be a chance in our program. If there is a chance of rising checked exception, there is a possibility of rising checked exception, then compulsory we should handle that checked exception. Otherwise the code won't compile. Compile time method by default we are going to get. Are you getting the point? Right? So the same thing in the last class somewhere I explained. Okay, let me compile and let me show this compile time method, right? Now 1 minute here, just have a look once. Here I am taking just import java.io.star print writer out is called new print writer of abc.txt out.println of hello is nothing but like now java c test.java. Have you observed? Unreported exception. Can you please read this one, Anna? Unreported exception. Durga, you didn't report about this exception. Java.io.file not found exception. Unreported exception, java.io.file not found exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Is the compile time error by default we are going to get. Are you getting the point? Okay, this must be caught or declared to be thrown. So in our program, if there is a possibility of raising checked exception, compulsory we should handle that checked exception. Of course, how we can handle later we can discuss, but compulsory we should handle, otherwise the code won't compile. Clear for all of it at this point. In our program, if there is a have you kept heading right? Throws keyword, under that we have to write throws keyword under that. In our program, if there is a possibility of, in our program, if there is a possibility of raising checked exception, in our program, if there is a possibility of raising checked exception, possibility of raising checked exception, then compulsory we should handle that checked exception. Compulsory we should handle that checked exception. Otherwise we will get compile time error. Saying yes, you can take from screen. Unreported exception XXX, unreported exception XXX must be caught or declared to be thrown. Must be caught or declared to be thrown. Okay, like now take this example. Take this part. Example 1. There are 2 examples I will discuss for you. This is example 1. Sir, there is a possibility of raising checked exception, file not found exception. There is a chance of raising checked exception, but we didn't handle. That's why the code won't compile. Compile time error by default we are going to get. Unreported exception, java.io.file not found exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Like a compile time error we are going to get. Must be caught or declared to be thrown. Like this we will get compile time error. Error like. Are you getting the point right? Must be caught or declared to be thrown. Any explanation is required? So make sure you people should have clarity, right? Okay, this is the example 1. Now let me go for another example. Same type of problem you can able to see there also. Okay, here see. What is the second problem or second example? Here see. Same thing. Let me go for example 2. Here see. I'm taking, here observe, class test. Sir, class test. Public static void main method. Public static void main string array args. String array args. Now I want to sleep for some time. Thread dot sleep of 10,000 milliseconds means 10 seconds. So my thread want to sleep. For 10 seconds. That's why. So this thread we call sleep method, right? Now I will ask compiler, can you please compile? Like immediately compiler is going to tell Durga, I can't compile. Array, what is the problem? Durga? Whenever you are calling sleep method, there may be a chance of main thread entered into sleeping state. If a main thread in sleeping, there may be a chance of other threads may interrupt. Are you getting? Other threads may interrupt main thread. Other threads may interrupt main thread. There may be a chance of interrupted exception. Are you getting? Whenever we are using sleep method, there may be a chance of interrupted exception which is the checked, but you didn't report anywhere about that exception, then now I can compile. Are you getting? Now what compile method we are going to get? Unreported exception, unreported exception, unreported exception, java dot unreported exception, java dot lang dot interrupted exception, java dot lang dot interrupted exception, okay, must be caught or declared to be thrown, must be caught or declared to be thrown, must be caught or declared to be thrown is nothing but like compiled method by default we are going to get. Are you getting right? Sir, same problem. So there may be a chance of interrupted exception. So must be caught or declared to be thrown is nothing but Durga, may be a possibility, but you didn't report about this problem, then now I can compile. Are you getting right? So like compiled method we are going to get. Just observe this one. Let me consider this example also, right? Sir, import statement is not required. Same example. Let me perform required change. Thread dot sleep 10,000 milliseconds. Thread dot sleep of 10,000 milliseconds. Have you observed? Unreported exception, java dot lang dot interrupted exception, must be caught or declared to be thrown is the compiled method by default we are getting. Are you getting the point, right? Okay, this add example 2. Add example 2. Class test, public static void main, string array args, thread dot sleep of 10,000. Add that compiled method also. Unreported exception, java dot lang dot interrupted exception, unreported exception, java dot lang dot interrupted exception, must be caught or declared to be thrown, must be caught or declared to be thrown, must be caught or declared to be thrown is the compiled method we got. Must be caught or declared to be thrown, like. Can I complete it, right? Okay. So this is what you people should aware. Unreported exception, java dot lang dot interrupted exception, must be caught or declared to be thrown. Sir, can you tell compiler only providing the solution? In how many ways we can handle? Have you observed? What is the first one? Must be caught. Must be caught. Or second one is what? Must be declared to be thrown. Is nothing but like we can handle this compiled error in two ways. What is the first way? By using try catch. Second way by using throws keyword. So try catch, handling exception, you know. But what is the purpose of throws? I will explain at this point. We can handle this compiled error. We can handle this compiled error. We can handle this compiled error. This compiled error. We can handle this compiled error by using the following two ways. 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 First way. Yeah, the first way. By using the following two ways. First way. First way, Anna. So can I spell out what is the first way? Okay, by using try catch. First way. By using try catch. First way. By using try catch. By using try catch. Keep submitting. And a simple. What I have to do here is, sir, whatever because of sleep right here is the problem. That's why what I will do, I'm taking try, and then catch interrupted exception. Try catch interrupted exception E. Sir, here end of main method, end of the class. Do you know? Are you writing try catch is the responsibility of compiler checking. Compiler is going to check whether you wrote try catch or not. Within the catch block, what code you wrote, compiler never going to check. Are you getting? Just compiler is always talks about only syntax. Boss, this person provided catch block or not. Are within the catch block, what code you wrote, whether even you didn't write single line also, no problem to the compiler. Compiler is going to accept. Are you getting? Now, first way is nothing but what, by using try catch. Now, observe this one. Sir, here, if I compile this code, I'm not using any try catch or throws. Now, can you tell compile time method we are going to get or not? Yes, unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Now what I have to take? Let me take try. So next, let me take try. Next, and after that catch. What is that exception? Interrupted exception. Catch interrupted exception. E, like this I'm taking. Okay, like, can you tell E the code is going to compile or not? Yes. Have you observed? But within the catch block what you wrote, compiler never going to worry, but catch block you wrote or not. It's nothing but happily the code compiles fine, happily the code runs fine, I'm sure. Okay, 10 seconds it's going to sleep. After completing 10 seconds, the control is going to be stopped. Are you getting? So the first way how we can handle is nothing but by using try catch. Okay, this is. Now take this part. Have you took this one? Take this one. First way by using try catch. Try catch. First way by using try catch. Try catch. By using try catch is the first way. Completed, right? Next way. I hope is that clear for you people, right? Okay. Second way, by using throws keyword. Better to spell out. Keep submitting. By using throws keyword. By using throws keyword. Throws keyword. By using throws keyword. Sir, here I have one doubt. Here observe. What is the purpose of throws? I didn't explain. Now let me explain. Here see. Sir, here if I give a small assignment for you. Can you please do this work out this program? While coming to tomorrow class, can you please show that assignment, like in how many ways you can handle that? One way, you can do that assignment on your own, one option. Second option, delegate that work to your friend. Are you getting? So if I give some work, then in how many ways you are going to handle? 2 ways. What is the first way? You can do on your own. Second way is nothing but delegate that work to your friend. Are you getting? You can handle that exception on your own is nothing but try catch. Are you getting? Boss, I don't want to handle. My caller is going to take care. I will delegate that responsibility to the caller. Then automatically for that we have to use a throws keyword, right? Are you getting? Second, I can handle that exception on my own. Try catch is the way. Sir, I don't want to handle. I want to delegate that responsibility to my next level, my caller. My caller is going to take care. I don't want to handle. Then we should go for what? Throws keyword, right? Throws keyword can be used to delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller, right? So now compiler will ask, oh, main method. So you are calling sleep method. There may be a chance of rising checked exception, interrupted exception. How you didn't report, how I can compile like? Then immediately main is going to tell, boss, my caller is going to take care, ask my caller, like, so immediately this person kept throws interrupted exception. Then who is the responsible to handle? Who is the caller of main method? JVM. If JVM is going to take care, then no problem for me. Happily the code is going to compile. Are you getting the point right? Okay, this is what is the purpose of throws keyword? To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. The caller may be JVM or the caller may be another method. Both options are there. The caller may be a method or may be JVM, right? Now let me check this option, right? Sir, I don't want to take try. Just I'm not taking try. Okay, here just observe thread dot sleep. Can you tell me the code is going to compile or not? No. So the code won't compile. Compile time error we got. Unreported exception like that we are getting. Now main throws interrupted exception. Main throws interrupted exception like this. I'm taking, right. Main throws interrupted exception like. Now observe this one. Happily the code compiles fine. Are you getting? Must be caught or declared to be thrown is nothing but like by using throws keyword how we can handle. Can you tell what is the purpose of throws keyword, Anna? In a single word can you spell out? What is the need of throws keyword? To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller method. Are you getting? To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. So now who is the responsible to handle that exception? Caller is responsible. Of course in this example who is the caller is nothing but JVM, but maybe another method also. Some example in the next example caller may be a method or caller may be JVM. Is it clear? Right? Add. What is the heading you two can spell out? By using throws keyword. Add. We can use a throws keyword. We can use a throws keyword. We can use a throws keyword to delegate. We can use a throws keyword to delegate responsibility of exception handling. We can use a throws keyword to delegate responsibility of exception handling. To delegate responsibility of exception handling. Responsibility of exception handling to the caller. We can use a throws keyword to delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. To the caller. Then to the caller. Then caller method. Then wait. To the caller within bracket. To the caller within bracket. It may be another method. It may be another method. It may be another method or JVM. It may be another method or JVM. It may be another method or JVM bracket close. It may be another method or JVM. Then caller method is responsible. Then caller method is responsible. Caller method is responsible. Caller method is responsible to handle that exception. Caller method is responsible to handle that exception. Caller method is responsible to handle that exception. To handle that exception. Okay, that's all. Now here better to take this one example. Class test. Public static void main string array args throws interrupted exception. Better to use full form. Don't spell out IE. You may feel Internet Explorer or something like. Throws interrupted exception. Thread dot sleep off. So 10,000. Okay. So this is the purpose of throws keyword, right? Okay, this is the need or this is the purpose of throws keyword. To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller, right? Okay, this caller may be JVM or caller may be another method. That big example I will explain within a few minutes, not required to worry. Okay, so I hope our terminology is clear, right? Now let me talk few conclusions about this throws keyword, right? What is the first conclusion is, observe a bit very carefully about this one. What is the first conclusion here is, make sure, sir, for which purpose we can use throws keyword? To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller, first one. Second one, throws keyword required only for checked exceptions, correct or not? Because so if it is a checked exception, compiler is going to raise compile time error. To handle that we have to use a throws keyword. throws keyword required only for checked exception, usage of throws keyword for unchecked exception is meaningless, or otherwise there is no use. If you want, you can use, but there is no impact, because in the case of unchecked exception, my compiler never going to ask unreported exception like. So unreported exception, such type of compile time error possible only for checked exception. That's why throws keyword required only for checked exception, usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions, there is no impact. If you want, you can use, no problem, but there is no impact at all. Are you getting? Second point. Third point, if I am not using throws keyword, what will happen? If I am not using throws keyword, what will happen? Compile time error you are going to get. If I am using throws keyword, what will happen? There is no compile time error. So throws keyword required only to convince compiler. Are getting? Only to convince compiler. Suppose if really at runtime interrupted exception raised, assume that really at runtime interrupted exception raised, then who is responsible to handle this interrupted exception? Who is the responsible to handle? Throws IE. Then who is the responsible? JVM is responsible. If JVM is responsible to handle, is it normal termination or abnormal termination? Abnormal termination. Even though you use throws keyword, but the termination is abnormal termination, usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Okay, this is, sir, every time throws. At last, who is the person to handle? JVM. JVM is the handle means what? Normal or abnormal? Abnormal termination. Usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination. That's why recommended to use a try catch instead of throws keyword. Are you getting that? Recommended to use a try catch instead of throws keyword, because if I can use a try catch, normal termination. If I can use a throws keyword, abnormal termination, if really that exception occurs at runtime. Are you getting? So there are multiple conclusions we covered. Sir, throws keyword required only to convince compiler. Only to convince compiler. At runtime, if really that exception occur, the program termination is always abnormal termination only. Throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Are you getting right? So there may be a chance of abnormal termination even though we use throws keyword, right? Are you getting? So throws keyword, there are 3 or 4 conclusions we covered, right? Okay, add next point. Now can you tell what is the main purpose of throws keyword? To delegate, don't write, to delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. Now caller is responsible to handle. Next, throws keyword required. Throws keyword required only for checked exceptions. Only for checked exception. For usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions, there is no use or there is no impact. Add. Throws keyword required. Throws keyword required. Throws keyword required only for checked exceptions. Only for checked exceptions. Throws keyword required only for checked exceptions. Only for checked exceptions. Checked exceptions. Only for checked exceptions. And the usage of throws keyword. And the usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions. Usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions. Usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions. Throws keyword for unchecked exceptions. Unchecked exceptions. Usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions. There is no use or impact. There is no use or there is no impact. There is no use or there is no impact. Impact. Next, throws keyword required. Throws keyword required only to convince compiler. Only to convince compiler. Throws keyword required only to convince compiler. Convince compiler. And the usage of throws keyword. And the usage of throws keyword. And the usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent. And the usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent. Usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. abnormal termination of the program. Okay, that's all. These are various conclusions related to throws. Now, in a big picture, I want to show the impact of throws keyword with a big example. Just observe. Listen this one. Sir, I am taking class test. Now, listen a bit carefully. What is the impact of throws keyword? You can able to see now. Class test I am taking. Next, public static void main method. Public static void main. String array args. Public static void main. String array args. Now I'm calling do stuff method. I'm calling do stuff method. Next, public static void. Within the do stuff I'm calling do more stuff. Within the do stuff I'm calling do more stuff. Next, public static void do more stuff. Public static void do more stuff. Within that I'm taking, make sure thread dot sleep method. Thread dot sleep of 10,000 milliseconds like. Are you getting? Sir, here observe. Main method calls do stuff. Do stuff calls do more stuff. Within the do more stuff, thread dot sleep is there. Now I will ask, compiler, can you please compile? Can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Is the code is going to compile? No. Immediately compiler will ask, oh, do more stuff. You are calling sleep method. Do more stuff. You are calling sleep method. There may be a chance of interrupted exception. Don't write legend. There may be a chance of interrupted exception. Where you are handling is nothing but targeting. Where you are handling, how I can compile without handling, because it is a checked exception line. Here the problem is going to come. Here the problem will come. Can you please spell out what exact error? Unreported exception. Java.lang.interrupted exception. Interrupted exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Must be caught or declared to be thrown is nothing but like compile time error we will get. Are you getting? So unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown like a compile time error we will get. Any explanation is required up to this. Now observe. Then how I can handle? So do more stuff having two options. One option, take this method call inside try catch, or second option, delegate that responsibility to caller. Okay, what this person did here? Okay, my caller take care. My caller is going to take care. Why I have to worry? Like this do more stuff kept throws IE is nothing but like throws IE. Sir, now so compiler asked, oh, do more stuff. There may be a chance of rising interrupted exception where you are handling. Do more stuff just shown. Oh, my caller is going to take care. Why you are asking? My caller is going to take care. Contact my caller. Don't ask me. Is nothing but like. So compiler, yeah, do more stuff is going to convey to the compiler. Okay, throws IE is there. Sir, can you tell now the code is going to compile or not? No, because immediately compiler is going to identify who is the caller of do more stuff. Do stuff. Oh, do stuff. You are calling do more stuff. Do more stuff delegated interrupted exception. So where you are handling like here compile time error by default we are going to get. Here compile time error, right? Then immediately do stuff also having two options. One option is keep this method call inside try catch, or second option, someone raise the exception, why I have to handle. So my caller is going to take care like this person also can keep throws interrupted exception. Okay, sir, can you tell now the code is going to compile or not? No, because immediately compiler will identify who is the caller of do stuff. Who is the caller of do stuff? Main. Then immediately compiler will go, oh main, you are calling do stuff. Do stuff throws IE. Do stuff throws IE. but where you are handling, okay, this is, so like then immediately main what it's going to do, someone raised exception, what is the need of handling, my caller is going to take care, like, so this person also kept throws I. Are you getting? Then either code is going to compile or not. Who is the caller of main? JVM. JVM can handle because default exception are already there. That's why happily the code is going to compile. Are you getting? Different levels of delegation. Do more stuff delegated to do stuff. Do stuff delegated to main method. Main method delegated to JVM. That is the purpose of what is the throws keyword, right? Are you able to understand what is the need of throws keyword? To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. Now caller is responsible to handle. Okay, let me show all these compile time errors, right? If I'm not taking this throws, here is compile time error we will get. If I'm not taking throws, once I took throws keyword, then there is no problem at all. Are you able to understand? Okay, let me execute this code. Now 1 minute. Here just observe public static void main. Here I'm calling 1 minute. Is it there? No. Here just observe. Now I'm calling do stuff method. Do stuff method. Now public static void do stuff method. Public static void do stuff method. Okay. I'm calling do more stuff. I'm calling do more stuff. Public static void do more stuff. Public static void do more stuff. Thread dot sleep, like this I'm taking. Are you getting? Thread dot sleep off. Now can you tell either code is going to compile or not? No. Yet which line the compile time error we will get? Ayo, at which line the problem will come? At line number 13. Okay. Now that line is also better to understand clearly. Yes boss. At line number 13. Unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Thread dot sleep. At that line we got. Now immediately what I will do? Do more stuff. Throws interrupted exception I kept. Throws interrupted exception. Can you tell either code is going to compile or not? Ayo, either code is going to compile or not? No. Can you tell now at which line the problem is going to come? At line number 9. Because it is a caller. We do more stuff delegating, but we are not handling. Now observe, same exception by default we are going to get at line number 9. Line number 9. Have you observed? Okay, this is. Now at line number 9. Okay. Now I have to keep throws I. Are you getting throws? Throws I is nothing but like. Can you tell either code is going to compile or not? Either code is going to compile? No. Because do stuff throws delegated the responsibility to the main. Now main is responsible to handle. So now compile time error at which line we will get? Line number 5. Okay. Are you getting? At line number 5 we are going to get unreported exception. Java.lang.interrupted exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Now, so for the main also I kept throws IA. Can you tell me the code is going to compile or not? Yes. Okay. Yeah, compiles fine. Now let me run. Sir, all these things, there is a possibility, that's all. Compulsory the exception is going to be raised. No rule. Like happily 10 seconds it's going to sleep and then the program will be terminated. 10 seconds it's going to, have you observed 10 seconds and then the program will be terminated. There is no that exception first. Here because in our program how many threads are there? Only main thread. The other thread is going to interrupt, no such type of possibility. But syntactical sake to convince compiler is nothing but this throws keyword must be required. Are you getting? So this is what you people should aware in broad big picture what is the need of throws keyword, right? Okay, take this example. Take clearly. Class test public static void main. string array args throws interrupted exception. Now I'm calling do stuff method. Next public static void do stuff throws interrupted exception. Yes, I'm getting do more stuff. Next public static void do more stuff throws IE thread dot sleep of 10,000. Completed, right? Public static void do more stuff throws IE thread dot sleep of 10,000. So we are going to get compile time error saying yes, unreported exception. Have you observed different levels of delegation? So this example so provides clear picture. Completed, right? So do more stuff, delegated responsibility to do stuff. Do stuff delegated responsibility to main. Main delegated responsibility to JVM. Different levels of delegation. Can I complete it, right? Different levels of delegation we have. Okay, so completed for you people. Next one. Okay, here I want to make a small change in this program. You have to decide what is the output by default we will get. Okay, same example only. Here see, I want to make a small change. What is my change here is observe this. All these things just I am removing. Okay. Next up, what I am taking is observe. Here I don't want to take throws keyword, and I do more stuff not having throws. Do stuff not having throws. Here throws is not there. Here also throws is not there. But for the main method, I kept a throws. For the main, I kept a throws. Can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Ayo? Yes? No? Yeah. If the code is going to compile or not? How many people are feeling yes? How many people are feeling no? The code won't compile? Okay. Make sure. Then I will ask, compiler, can you please compile my code? Then immediately compiler is telling, Durga, I can't compile. Array, what is the problem? What is the problem? Like I can ask, compiler, what is the problem? Durga, within do more stuff, you are calling sleep method. There may be a chance of rising interrupted exception where you are handling. How I can compile this code? Like immediately compile time method you are going to get. Then I have to convey, array compiler, my main method already throws IE. Have you observed? My main method already throws IE, but you didn't observe it seems. Can you please cross check once? Main method already throws IE. Then can you please compile this code like? Then compiler is going to tell, I saw already main can handle, but have you delegated to main? No. Without a delegation, how the main method is the responsibility to handle this one? First delegate, then I can compile. Are you getting? Now here same compile time error by default you are going to get. Are you getting? Same error, compile time error, unreported exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Are you getting? Even though for main throws is there, but for do more stuff and do stuff throws you didn't delegate. That's why how I can compile this code? First to delegate, then main is going to take care. But without a delegation, how the main method is the responsible, right? Now compile time method we are going to get. Let me show this one. Sir, here just observe. Let me remove. Here also let me remove. Yes, only for the main throws IE is there. For the main throws IE. Now, so I'm asking, compiler, can you please compile? Have you observed? Same line number 13, same problem by default is coming. Are you getting? Then what I have to do is, okay, if it is the case, I will delegate to my caller. So for do more stuff, throws IE. Sir, can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Then immediately compiler will ask, why do stuff? You are calling do more stuff. Do more stuff delegated IE. Where you are handling? Where you are handling? Then why can I accept this code to compile? Is nothing but like compile time error by default we will get yet this line. Then do stuff also told, array my caller is already handling, main is already handling. Why you are asking me like array main can handle? Have you delegated to the main? No. Without a delegation, how I can ask the main? That's why first delegate, then I can ask. That's why here compile time error we are going to get. Just observe, legend, have a look once. Here for do more stuff, I kept a throws. But do stuff throws keyword is not there. Do you know? Same compile time error yet line number 9. Are you getting? If I kept a do stuff also delegated. Can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Yes. So now anyway main can handle. That's why the code compiles fine. That's why. So here make sure compulsory here also throws keyword must be required, right? So in the above program, if we remove at least one throws keyword, then the code won't compile. Correct or not? Okay, this at this point. In the above program, if we remove at least one throws statement, in the above program, if we remove at least one throws statement, in the above program, if we remove at least one throws statement, then the code won't compile. If we remove at least one throws statement, then the code won't compile. Are you getting? So this is now here you may have the big doubt, sir, in my applications only for the main I kept a throws, it's working, but why for this example it's not working? Like you people may have the doubt, sir. In our example, sir, you know, in our example class test public static void main string array, okay, like I have, sir, here throws exception I am taking. Sir, here how many methods are there? Only one method, main. That's why, so no problem, throws exception. Suppose main calls m1, m1 calls m2, m1 calls m2, then this approach won't work. Then only throws won't work. Compulsory this type of thing must be required. In our program only main method is there, then no problem at all. Happily the code is going to compile. But here multiple levels are there. Multiple levels of methods are there. That's why every level we have to keep throws keyword, right? Clear for all of you, right? Sir, can you tell what is the purpose of throws? What is the purpose of throws? To delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. Then caller is responsible to handle. The caller may be a method or JVM, right? Point number 1. Second, throws keyword required only for checked exception. Usage of throws keyword for unchecked exception, there is no impact or there is no use. Next, throws keyword required only to convince compiler. Usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination. That's why throws try catch. Which one is the recommended to use? Try catch recommended to use when compared with the throws keyword, right? Are you able to understand? Let me summarize all these points so that you can aware much clearly. Let me summarize. Throws class, any word you can use throws keyword or throws class. Now the first point is, legend this point well. Now the first point, we can use, and now what is the purpose of throws? We can use to delegate, responsibility. responsibility of exception handling, responsibility of exception handling to the caller, responsibility of exception handling to the caller. Within bracket, it may be a method or it may be JVM. It may be method, it may be method or JVM. It may be method or JVM. Okay, like sir, second point. Sir, second one. Okay. Sir, throws keyword required only for checked. Usage of throws keyword for unchecked exception, there is no use. Okay, it is required only for checked exceptions. It is required only for checked exceptions and usage for usage of throws keyword, and usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions, there is no impact. Usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions, there is no impact. Next, third one. Have you observed? Next, third. Sir, throws keyword required only to convince compiler, and the usage of throws keyword doesn't prevent abnormal termination. Sir, usage throws keyword, it is required only to convince. Can I spell out what is the convince? Convince spelling CONVIENCE. Correct, right? Only. Convince. Correct, right? Spelling. Correct, right? Only to convince compiler. If you want, you can cross check spelling. If any change is there, you can do that. It is required only to convince compiler, and usage of throws, and usage of throws doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Like, so that's all. These are the three conclusions what you people should aware. That's why try catch throws, which one is the recommended to use? Try catch is recommended. Okay, take this exam, conclusions first. Throws class we can use to delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. We can use to delegate responsibility of exception handling to the caller. Responsibility of exception handling to the caller. It may be a method or JVM. Next, it is required only for checked exceptions. It is required only for checked exceptions. And the usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions, there is no impact. And the usage of throws keyword for unchecked exceptions, there is no impact. It is required only to convince compiler, and usage of throws doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. It is required only to convince compiler, and the usage of throws doesn't prevent abnormal termination of program. doesn't prevent abnormal termination of the program. Termination of program. Completed, I hope. Clear, right? Next, note. It is recommended to use try catch. It is recommended to use a try catch over throws keyword. Recommended to use a try catch over throws keyword. Okay, that's all. This is about what is the purpose of throws. But here there are some multiple conclusions are there, multiple cases are there. Let me talk. Almost around 4 cases I will explain. So 1 or 2 cases very easy to understand, but 2 cases are a bit difficult. Take special care to understand this one. Sir, I am taking case 1. Okay, here see this one, case 1. Better to keep subheading case 1. Sir, class test. I am taking test. It is a constructor. And it is a method. Constructor and a method like we have. Now my point is, just observe. I am taking throws exception. Okay. For the class test, throws exception. Test constructor throws exception. Next, M1 method throws exception. Sir, can you tell among these which are valid and which are invalid? Class test throws exception, constructor throws exception, M1 throws exception. Sir, a method, we can use throws keyword for a method, no problem at all. We can use a throws keyword for the constructor also, no problem at all. Even in the oops concept somewhere we cover. Next, for the class, here we can call a method. Now caller is responsible to handle. We can call a constructor is responsible to handle. We can call a class. No one is going to call class. Class members we can call, but not class. That's why throws keyword for the class is invalid. Are you able to understand? So where we can use a throws keyword? Throws keyword at method level, constructor level. Method level, constructor level valid, but at class level itself is nothing but what? Invalid, right? Okay, add case 1. We can use a throws keyword. We can use a throws keyword for methods and constructors. We can use the throws keyword for methods and constructors. But not for classes. For methods and constructors, but not for classes. But not for classes. For methods and constructors, but not for classes. Okay, take this example. Class test throws exception. Test constructor throws exception. Public void M1 throws exception. Public void M1 throws exception. Okay. So at method level, constructor level, we can use the throws keyword. But for class level, we can't use. I hope clear. Case 1. Next case 2. Case 2. Case 2. What is the second case here is, observe carefully. Sir, I am taking class year test, class test. Now 1 minute. Here I am taking, just observe this. I am taking class test, public void m1 method, public void m1 method. For the method, can I use a throws keyword or not? Method. Yes, throws test, like I'm taking. Sir, is it valid or invalid? Yeah. M1 method throws a test, valid or invalid? Invalid. Compile time error we are going to get. Throws keyword applicable only for throwable types. You are getting throws keyword required only for throwable types. Okay. Now test is a normal Java class. For normal Java classes we can't use. Immediately we will get what? Compile time error saying incompatible types found test required. What is the required? Java.lang.throwable is nothing but like compile time error, right? Okay. Sir, same. Now let me take this one. Is it valid or not? You have to decide. Class test. Okay. Public void m1 throws a test and test extends runtime exception. Sir, is it valid or not? 100% pakka. This one is nothing but what? Valid. Because test extends runtime exception means it is under throwable. Whether it is a checked or unchecked, forget about. So it is under throwable. Okay. Usage of throws keyword for throwable type, no problem at all. Perfectly, this one is nothing but valid. Are you getting the point, right? Let me consider. Let me execute. Here, see this one. Let me check all these things right. Sir, I am taking public static void main. Here throws a test. Like I am taking main method throws a test. Like this I am taking, right. Now here just observe. Okay, Java C test.java. Same example, throws a test. Incompatible types. Have you observed? Incompatible types found test required is nothing but java.lang.throwable. Then immediately I am taking class test extends what? Runtime exception. Extends runtime exception. Have you observed? Is it valid or not? Yes, is nothing but itself. Have you observed? We can use a throws keyword only for throwable types, not for normal Java classes. If you are trying to use for normal Java classes, we will get compile time error, right? Okay, add. We can use a throws keyword. We can use a throws keyword. We can use a throws keyword only for. We can use a throws keyword only for. We can use throws keyword only for normal. Wait. Only for throwable types. Only for throwable types. Only for throwable types. Only for throwable types. If we are trying to use for normal Java classes, if we are trying to use for normal Java classes, normal Java classes, if we are trying to use for normal Java classes, then we will get, if we are trying to use for normal Java classes, then we will get compile time error. Then we will get compile time error. Then we will get compile time error saying, we will get compile time error saying incompatible types. Then we will get compile time error saying incompatible types. Okay, take this example, Sana. class test public void m1 public void m1 throws a test compatibility saying incompatible types found test are required java.lang.throwable found test are required java.lang.throwable type. But class test extends runtime exception next public void m1 throws a test public void m1 throws test. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or not? This one incompatible types found test are required throwable. Okay, this is the case 2 we have. Okay, now case 3. Now case 3. Okay, third case. Now take a bit special care about this terminology, right? Case 3. Here I am taking legend this point well. Here, so the most dangerous cases next two, very important. You know, in Telugu we have one famous dialogue in Telugu movies. Evvada kodite అయ్యో ఎవడ కొడితే తిమ్మ తిరిగి మైండ్ బ్లాక్ అయితే వాడే పండుగాడు. ఏ సినిమానా? పోకిరి. సో వన్ ఆఫ్ బిగ్ హిట్ ఇన్ తెలుగు, రైట్? one of the big hit movie in Telugu. So after releasing Pokeri, almost Mahesh Babu came to the number 1 place. Are you getting? At that time, number 1 place is for Mahesh Babu. Then everyone having big expectations on Mahesh Babu. After releasing, so next movie, obviously audience having much expectations on that movie. Next movie, one fine day, the next movie came. Then the people went for the movie. Just after coming back, channel people asked how it is, how the movie is. Next movie after Pokeri, next movie how it is. ఏ సినిమా చూస్తే దిమ్మ తిరిగి మైండ్ బ్లాక్ అయిద్దో ఆ సినిమానే సైనికుడు. హ్యావ్ యూ రిమెంబర్డ్, రైట్? సైనికుడు. బికాస్ ఆఫ్టర్ పోకిరి నెక్స్ట్ మూవీ కేమ్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ దట్ వన్ ఓన్లీ, సైనికుడు. సో బికాస్ అట్రా ఫ్లాప్ మూవీ. సో హౌ మచ్ Pokeri is a big hit. Now utter flop movie is nothing but next. Okay, this is. Then, so here have you observed? So A points chebite dimma dirige mind block aiddo. Those points are next 2 cases. Okay, remember this one. So make sure most valuable. Even so, we can't expect the answer also. Like 2 conclusions are there. Take special care to understand these things. Case 3. Here I am taking class test public static void main method string array args. Analogy: throw new exception like I'm taking throw new exception like this. Now class test public static void main method string array args. Class test public static void main string array args. Throw new error is nothing but like, sir, in one place I'm throwing exception, but in another place I am throwing error. Can you tell what is the difference between these two with respect to compile time, like, or with respect to run time? Can you tell if the code is going to compile or not? Ayyo, don't think too much. If the code is going to compile or not? First one compiles fine, but second one Compile or not? Because we can use a throw keyword for any throwable type. Maybe error also. Second one compiles or not? If second one compile, first one compile or not? There should be universal rule. If one thing is going to compile, second one should not compile. No. Second one compile is fine. Automatically first one compile time error. Yes. Yeah. In one case, let me provide a hint. In one case, code won't compile. In another case, the code compiles fine. In which case the code won't compile? First one, the code is going to compile or not? Okay, let me repeat once again. I am providing the hint. Observe. In one case, the code won't compile. In another case, the code compiles fine. Now in the first case, code will compile or not? Yes, sir. I provided hint also, but still you are telling wrong answer. Last time, let me repeat. In one case, the code won't compile. In another case, the code compiles fine. Even a hint, observe my body language. In one case, the code won't compile. In another case, the code compiles fine. First case, code compiles or not? Compiles. In the first case, make sure. In the first one, you have to believe me, man. I told 3 times. So in the first case, compile time error by default we are going to get. But in the second case, compiles fine, no problem at all. What is the reason is, sir, throws keyword heading you took somewhere, right? Can you please cross check? Throws keyword heading. Heading Anna. Throws keyword. Can you please cross check? Throws keyword heading. Heading you took, right? Under that first point, can you please read? In our program, if there is a chance of or possibility of rising checked exception, compulsory we should handle, otherwise the code won't compile. Are you getting? Sir, in our program, there is a chance of rising checked exception. Exception is nothing but checked or unchecked? Checked exception. Sir, you are throwing checked exception. There is a chance of rising checked exception. Immediately compiler is going to ask where you are handling. Where you are handling? Unreported exception. Unreported exception. Java.lang.exception. Java.lang.exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Is nothing but like compile time error by default we are going to get. Are you getting? Because is it a checked or unchecked? Exception checked exception, that's why it is the checked, right? And what about error? Is it a checked or unchecked? Unchecked. Remember, this one is nothing but what? Unchecked. Now my target is, it is unchecked, right? Okay. Now the point is, sir, in our program, if there is a chance of rising unchecked, compiler never going to object. Compiler is always going to talk about only checked exception. That's why no compile time error. But at runtime, we are throwing error, but there is no catch block. Then default exception handler terminates our program abnormally by printing that information. So runtime exception saying exception in thread main. Exception in thread main. What is that exception? Java.lang.error. Java.lang.error yet test.main. Yet test.main is nothing but like. I hope you people can aware. First one is nothing but checked exception problem. Second one is nothing but unchecked, no compile time error, but at runtime we are throwing. That's why exception is going to come. Are you getting the point, right? Now just let me show this one. Here observe. Sir, class test. Here see this one. Very important. Throw new exception. Throw new exception like. Now have you observed? Unreported exception java.lang.exception, unreported exception, java.lang.exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Must be caught or declared to be thrown, like compile time error we are getting. Now what we have to do? Throw new error, like I'm taking. Sir, is there any compile time error? No compile time error, but happily the code run at runtime we are going to get the problem. Do you know exception in thread main java.lang.error yet test.main is nothing but like we are going to get the error. Clear, right? Okay, take this example. Case 3. So take clearly, in the first case what will happen, in the second case what will happen. Exception, unreported exception, java.lang.exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. Must be caught or declared to be thrown. Declared to be thrown. Second one, exception in thread main java.lang.error yet test.main. Exception in thread main java.lang.error yet test.main, like. So the first one compile time error, second one runtime exception. Completed, I hope. Okay, now case 4. Now case 4. Case 4. Okay, now listen, this case is the too dangerous case, so you have to listen very very carefully. Okay, too dangerous case, Anna. Observe this very carefully. Here I am taking class test, Anna, class test, public static void main method, string array args, public static void main string array args, try system.out.println of hello, try SOP of hello, next catch block, try hello catch block. Here I am taking arithmetic exception E, arithmetic exception. Okay, like I'm taking arithmetic exception, end of the main method, end of the class. This is the first one, simple. Try SOP of hello, catch arithmetic exception, like I'm taking. Now, so next one, here see, this is the first one. Now the second example, class test I'm taking, public static void main method, string array args, trying system.out.println SOP of hello, same hello. Okay, catch SOP of hello, catch Instead of arithmetic exception, now simple I am taking exception. Exception E is nothing but end of the main, end of the class. Now second possibility also completed, right? Second example. Now we are ready to go for third. Here see third one. Class test. Public static void main method string array args. Class test public static void main. Try block I am taking. System.out.println of hello catch IO exception E I am taking. Okay, end of this one. Now let me take import also, because IO exception present in java.io.star. IO present in java.io.star. Next one, here just have a look. Sir, class test public static void main method string array args. Try system.out.println of hello SOP of hello catch SOP of hello catch. Here I am taking interrupted exception. Catch interrupted exception E, like this I am taking. Catch interrupted exception. Okay, like this one. Okay, last one. Last even space also not there. Okay, last example. Class test I am taking. Public static void main method string array args. Try system.out.println of hello catch block error I am taking. Error like end of this one, end of this. So total how many examples are there? How many? Five examples are there. Like among these 5, in how many cases the code compiles fine? In how many cases the code won't compile? The most dangerous concept. In how many cases the code compiles fine? In how many cases the code won't compile? Yes, first one compiles, second one compiles. What is the problem? Third one compiles, fourth one compiles, no issue at all. Fifth one compile. Array, in all cases if the code is going to compile, why I am writing this much code on the board? In which cases the code compiles fine, and in which cases the code won't compile? Okay, let me provide some hint for you. In exactly 2 cases the code compiles fine. In 3 cases we will get compile time error. In which cases we will get compile time error? 2 cases compiles fine, 3 cases compile time error. Third, fourth, in which cases code won't compile? We will get compile time error. Second, third, fourth. 1, 3, 4 we will get compile time error. Don't throw some stone, not recommended. So in 3 cases we will get compile time error. In which 3 cases? Yes, so not required to refer old pages. This point is not there, I am sure. In the first case compile time error. 3 cases the code won't compile. Which 3 cases? 1 1 Okay, just I want to make a small change in my answer. In 2 cases the code won't compile, 3 cases the code compiles fine. So just I am checking whether you know the answer or not. In 2 cases my answer won't be changed now, it's a fixed final answer. In 2 cases we will get compile time error. In 3 cases the code compiles fine. In only 2 cases we will get compile time error. Which 2 cases? Okay, 100% pakka, the first one valid, output we are going to get hello. 100% pakka, second one valid, the output we are going to get hello. 100% pakka, last one valid, the output we are going to get hello. Then in which 2 cases we will get compile time error? 3rd and 4th. Okay, what is the reason for that? What the reason why the code is not going to compile? In the remaining cases why it compiles? Like here observe, in our program, sir, within the try block, program try block, sir, I wrote catch IO exception. Are you getting catch IO? When we will get IO exception? If we are performing any IO operations. Sir, within the try block, am I performing any IO operation? No, we never, we didn't perform. So in the try block, there is no chance of raising IO exception. If there is no chance of raising an exception, then we can't write catch block for that. Are you getting? If there is no chance of raising an exception, no chance at all, then how you can write catch block? Unnecessary catch block we are wasting. Do you know exact compile time error what we are going to get here? Compile time error exception java.io exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement, like compile time error by default we are going to get. Are you getting? Let me repeat once again. Within the try block, if there is no chance of raising an exception, then it's never recommended to write catch block for that. By mistake, if you are writing catch block for that, compile time error we are going to get saying exception java.io exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement, like compile time error we are going to get. But make sure this rule is applicable only for fully checked exceptions. Are you getting right? Only for fully checked. Do you know IO exception is fully checked or not? Fully checked. Next, interrupted exception is fully checked. Next, error is unchecked. Error is nothing but what? Unchecked. Next, arithmetic exception unchecked. Next, exception is partially checked. I hope you can ever clearly read. Sir, let me repeat once again. Now the clarity. Inside a try block, if there is no chance of raising an exception, then we can't write catch block for that exception. Otherwise we will get compile time error saying exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. But this rule is applicable only for fully checked exceptions. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point. 1 minute. Let me complete this part also. Do you know, here see, sir, interrupted exception is the fully checked or not? Yes. When we will get interrupted exception? If we are using sleep method, wait method, join method, like. But am I using any such type of methods? No. There is no chance of raising interrupted exception in the try. Then how we can write catch block for that? That's why immediately we will get compile time error saying exception java.lang.interrupted exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Like compile time method we are going to get. Are you able to understand that? Okay, at this point, at the point, well, and then I will compile and I will show all these things. In our program, within the try block, if there is no chance of raising an exception, within the try block, if there is no chance of raising an exception, within the try block, if there is no chance of raising an exception, then we can't write catch block. Then we can't write catch block. We can't write catch block. We can't write catch block for that exception. We can't write catch block for that exception. We can't write catch block for that exception. Otherwise, we will get compile time error. Saying. Yes, better to take from the screen. Saying exception XXX is never thrown. Exception XXX is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Try statement. Never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Corresponding try statement. That's all. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. That's all. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, this next here just but this rule is applicable. But this rule is applicable only for fully checked exceptions. But this rule is applicable. Only for fully checked exceptions. But this rule is applicable only for fully checked exceptions. Only for fully checked exceptions. That's all. Sir, let me execute and then you can take. Here see first example. Have you observed first example? Here see this one. Sir, I am taking try. Okay. Within the system.out.println of hello. Okay, this is system.out.println of hello. And then what the first one? Can you please cross check? Arithmetic exception. First one is the arithmetic exception, like this. Okay. Happily the code compiles fine. There should not be a problem at all. The code compiles. What the answer? Hello. Now let me take exception. So no problem at all. Valid. Answer is hello. Sir, let me take java.io exception. Import statement I don't want to write. No problem. Fully qualified name. Now observe the compile time error. Yes, exception java.io exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Is nothing but like next here interrupted exception. Same problem. Have you observed? Yeah. Exception java.lang.interrupted exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Is nothing but like, sir, here instead of that error. So perfectly valid. There is no problem at all. Are you getting? Now see, hello is the answer. Are you able to understand? So make sure you people should have clarity, right? Okay, take all. Take all these 5. First, better to focus on first one, and then second, and then third. Total snap. Take clearly. That's all. These are various loopholes we have related to throws keyword. Throws keyword like. Take clearly. So all the 4 cases, five cases we have to take 5 examples. Exception. Java.lang.interrupted exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Exception java.io exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Next exception java.lang.interrupted exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. So checked, partially checked, fully checked and unchecked. Completed, I hope. Exception java.io exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement. Catch interrupted exception, fully checked exception like. That's all. Exception java.io exception is never thrown in body of corresponding try statement like. That's a last example also. Have we took right? Only compile time error we are going to get only 2 cases. That's all.